What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media, and this is the show where we hang out long after we should have thought about going to bed on a Saturday night and work through the ridiculous backlog of miniatures that we've accumulated that need painting. There's an old adage that says if a miniatures painter ever runs out of projects to paint, he or she will die. So we're just trying to stave off death for as long as we possibly can. And joining me on the line, as always, our resident monkey handler, my perennial painting partner, it's Broody Gambit. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Me too. You had a week off last week. I didn't. I modded a bunch of game consoles, but it's good to be back.
Oh, yeah.
I've been staring at this unfinished product to my immediate left to my immediate left for the last 2 weeks. I'm just itching to get it done. Tonight's theme: Freddie Mercury. It would have been Freddie Mercury's 70-something birthday yesterday, were he still with us, and we thought it would be a fitting tribute. Well, I mean, ideally I would have printed a Freddie Mercury mini because I would love to have one, but I couldn't find a good STL, nor did I have time to turn my printer on today, much less prime in a driving rainstorm. So instead, we are painting characters who are just queens, in our hearts. I went with Gwen Stacy, who, of course, just like Freddie, was taken before her time, and Broody has Princess Leia, who might as well have been a queen, let's be real here. She was certainly born unto one. I guess she was a senator. I was a former queen, whatever, fine. Who cares? This is going to be fun. We're going to have some fun painting some cool characters. As with all the shows that we host here on the channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone, and being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. Let's paint some minis. Here we go. So I have Gwen here, but we left off a little bit of cliffhanger last time. I do need to finish up Rhino real quick. I just got to finish touching up his base a little bit, and then slap an ink wash on it, and we'll dry brush it later in the show. But I got some ripped up bits of road that he's crushing, so I just want to throw some brown paint on. I got a rock over here. Just throw some lighter gray and a little bit of metallic on the sort of bumpy business, because that's how New York City rolls. So yeah, we're just gonna throw that together real quick, and then we'll get on to Gwen. Starting with a lighter gray, Admiralty gray. That's okay. Close enough, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So I have 3 different versions of Leia.
Okay.
So there's Death Star.
Fair.
And then there's Endor.
Also good.
And then there's Jabba's Palace.
Oh, the Bounty Hunter Leia?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one I have my theory. But which one do you think is the most befitting of a tribute to Freddie Mercury?
Right now I'm doing Death Star.
That is exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, I figured I'd start with that one.
Yeah, that seems the most sensible.
Fairly
to me.
easy to do. A lot of white. Almost like Freddie in his white tank top.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So how was your week?
It was good. It was weird because obviously we had so school started now, and we had like the strange holiday weekend that was last weekend. So we had a 4-day weekend, which was
4-day.
Yeah, we got Friday and Monday, which is like okay. So I have this tinfoil hat theory as to why that is, or at least why it was when I was in high school.
Why is it a 4-day? Because we usually only get Monday.
Right. So and yes, that is like logically that is what it should be. But the Hopkinton State Fair takes place immediately right next door to the high school.
Okay.
And the students are just like, we have no attention span. Because all they care about is staring out the window and looking at the fair. So nothing gets done. Also, the fair is like, that's publicity for them. So they just open the doors to students. So why would the students even go to school?
Yeah.
So I feel like Hopkinton, where I grew up, is kind of justified in not having school that day. And I think that just kind of spread to the rest of the schools in the state.
So it's kind of like March Madness down here in North Carolina.
Yes. Yeah, very much.
I personally never cared that much about it, but like a lot of schools kind of just ignore or plan around it.
Yeah. And I'm the same way. Like I couldn't care less about the fair. I grew up around it. My freshman year, I said at the top of the show, RPD, I didn't have time to believe me, I wanted to just straight up print a Freddie Mercury STL, but I couldn't do it. And yes, obviously, Freddie Mercury Nightwing costume would have been very appropriate, but I don't have it. Anyway, so it was my freshman year or sophomore, one of my years of high school, that I would care to, or I'd prefer not to remember. The people, like the ride technicians, all got stuck on the Jersey Turnpike.
Okay.
And couldn't get to the fairgrounds in time. So they scrambled like all the local high school engineering classes to build the rides.
That doesn't sound safe.
It's definitely not. But the thing with those rides is they're all portable. So they set up with a crank and a couple of like bolts. So any idiot with a brainstem can put them together.
Yeah. But
it definitely does not bode well for me feeling anything positive toward those rides. And, a bunch of my students went to the fair this weekend, and I was like, yeah, guys, those rides are not, they're not kosher. Don't ride those rides. You spend less going to Six Flags. And you get a safe ride experience, plus roller coasters. So I'm using an old school weathering technique where I'm just kind of splopping some lighter gray on some of these bits that I really like. I used to use this when I was doing terrain stuff for Warhammer Fantasy. And I can just smudge it with my finger. That's the way it looks. Just something a little different. Oh, there's something stuck to my arm. Why is there stuff stuck to my arm? So I was telling you before the show, I picked up. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I picked up some Holy Grail video games today on eBay. It was the town-wide yard sale in town today.
Yeah, same here.
And there was nothing good. It was also raining, so it was a quick trip. We saw a couple of DVDs that we were like, fine, but no. And so I went on eBay later and just blitzed a couple of big ticket items. I got the Futurama game for Xbox and the Mega Man X3, which has been my personal holy grail for a while. It's not in the best shape, but that's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's authentic. That's what I care about. And No, I'm not looking for it anymore.
That's always good.
Yep. And meanwhile, my wireless receiver for my Sega Saturn controller that my daughter modded. Oh, did you see that, by the way?
No.
My daughter, my 3-year-old, helped me mod my Saturn controller.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that RPD. Like, yeah, I could do that. But so my Xbox is, I got it for free. It's filthy. But it works. And I'm like, this is like, of all my consoles, it's the one I care least about. So I don't feel like opening it up. I don't want to know what's inside it. There's probably like 80,000 dead bugs. I'm just letting it be as it is. And so I'm not, I don't want to mod that.
Okay.
That was directed to RPD.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, my kid, I got my mod kit for the Saturn controller, and I was like, Kara, Daddy's gonna open this controller up, and she goes, "Can I do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can turn a screwdriver." Like, so she did. She turned the screwdriver, and all I did was pop the chip in. The rest was all her.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really neat. She's like, we don't. I've. Yeah. Yeah, for real. We don't. Like, I have a pretty hard and fast rule that, well, my kid, but children are awake, I don't play video games. That's just not who I am, not part of my thing. With them, because I want them to, like, enjoy the world around them, you know? And so she doesn't really know what the controller goes to. She just knows that I have lots of them.
Okay.
And she has, like, a Fisher-Price one that she loves.
Okay.
And she doesn't really know why. But she loves to work with her hands. She loves to do things. So letting her drive that mod was a huge thrill for her.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was neat. By ecosystem RPD, surely you mean there are things living in it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it an external cleaning and move on with my life. But yeah, I mean, I now have Futurama, and that will come to stream after the hiatus for Absolute Jerseys. It seems like from what I've seen of it, seems like a very fun, silly game that will not take us very long.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. There's that sorted. What am I doing next? Oh yes, I need like a brass or copper. Copper will work. And my buddy Tim, who I do a lot of my retro game shopping with, he's the one that flagged that it was town yard sale weekend. And he was like, I was thinking about going out to breakfast this morning, but I thought about it. I was like, I will feel so much FOMO if I don't show up to the town yard sale because, like, I might miss something. I was like, that's fair, I guess. But it was actually his wife that found something. Like, Tim and I didn't really find anything. Found a couple of DVDs, whatever. Cass found a giant painting, like oil painting.
Okay.
We're talking like this might fit over the mantelpiece in a Victorian mansion. And someone was selling it for $10. And Cass was trying so hard to convince Tim to buy it. And we're just like, where are you going to put it?
Wherever you want.
That's the problem. They don't have a house. They have an apartment that is B, chock-a-block full of nonsense. There is absolutely no space in that house, or that unit. And Cass was like, well, but I could clean this or that. And Tim goes, that still leaves you about 3 feet short.
That's cool.
I don't think flipping it over would help, RPD. Unless you think there was something hidden on the back. Sorry. Pardon my blatant blinking right now. Turning words into puns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about to say, I kind of, I'm not sure if we had talked about this back in April when I went to South Carolina Comic-Con. I ended up getting a painting there, like one of the artists had set up in their booth. I'm not sure if I actually even shared it on like in Adam's Discord or anything like that, because it would have been something you guys or some of you might have appreciated. But it was a painting and it was inspired by the parting of the Red Sea scene from Prince of Egypt.
Oh, dope. That scene was so cool. Like, what a feat of animation that was.
Yeah. And so I ended up...
Sorry, I'm just going to digress for a minute here.
Go for it.
DreamWorks back in the day was goated. Like, I mean, they stuck with the hand-drawn stuff for way longer than maybe they ought to have, but it worked. Like, they just did it right. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, I ended up like getting the piece because it was so good, but it's like probably not as massive as like what you got, but it's still a good like 4 foot long by like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, it's about the same then.
And trying to figure out how to get it out of the convention hall was the problem, and then get it to the car and how it's going to fit in the car.
Yeah.
And then it obviously also started raining, like right as we were trying to leave. So then it was just like wrap it in like packing paper and do whatever we can to keep it protected.
Yeah.
But like I pretty much immediately drove home and took it to my local framing guy and got it framed and everything and got it hung up.
You know, framing people, like having a framing guy, I gotta say, is like hugely underrated. I definitely have a person who I go to for framing when I need it. Like most of the time I just go, like, for average run-of-the-mill stuff, I'm just going to Michael's and picking up the frame. But like for higher order stuff, boy, I do like to have someone, you know, nearby who I'm just like, okay, no, you're the guy for that. And there's a dude, he's a college friend of one of my coworkers at when I was working at the comic book store, and his family is just like, that's their business, is framing, and they do a great job. I wish I knew what their company was.
Similar thing. My sister used to work with someone who did framing, so she used to get me a bunch of stuff.
Mm.
And would get me like employee discounts for framing and all that. And while I don't get it for a lot of things, like quick sketches and stuff I don't, but a lot of like original art that I've picked up I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And depending on like what it is, like my Jim Lee commission is obviously behind like museum glass. Like I did not like skip.
Yeah, you don't
I
mess around
got
with
top
that.
of the line with whatever I could on that frame. So it's like the UV museum glass and like super high end that he had available, and but yeah, there are some where it's just like, this will go in a whatever I picked up off of Michael's.
Yeah. Yeah, my big ones, and I gotta get like proper frames on these. The next time I go down to Keene, I might take my. So I'm kind of torn because like my Stan Lee signed comics, the last hand to touch both of those comics were Stan's.
Yeah,
and like they're in, UV protected plastic, but they're not framed. They're just like clamshell cases. And I'm like, do I get those like into something better? But then Stan's weren't the last hands. I guess I could say, hey, could you just use gloves when you do this?
Yeah.
But we'll see. Right now they're in a good spot, so. RPD, in my feat of eBaying today, I also picked up the Sega Saturn Space Hulk game. That should be interesting. It's first-person shooter. First-person shooter on Sega Saturn sounds like a recipe for success.
Oh
no. Uh-oh.
The vortex spinner for my paint decided to throw the paint instead of
vortex it. Rejected.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want that on me.
Get out of here.
Definitely gonna need some matte white.
Okay, I'm actually very pleased with how this is working. Gonna need some dry brushing later on, but on today's episode of Strange Things My Daughter Does, every time I let her in this office, the first thing she does is just, like, throw my Chrono Trigger blanket on the floor.
Okay.
Like, why are you doing that? Like, what possible purpose does that serve? 3-year-olds, man. Oh, hey, Blink. Yeah. Cheers.
Yep.
All right. Now the good stuff. Gwen Stacy. Here she is. Now, so I do have a picture from the comic wherein she died. This is, of course, the costume she's wearing here. At my request, I might add, this was a C-27 mini that I sort of demanded.
I was about to say, can you really call it a costume? It's more of just like her outfit or whatever she was wearing.
Yeah. So I need a really pale green to start. Oh, that's not pale at all. I think I'm just going to use some of this gray that I've got bopping around and mix it with Like this mantis. No, it's gotta be way lighter than that. Well, maybe I can just. Let's find out. There it is. That's the brush I wanted. All right. It's gotta go even lighter than that, man. Is that it? Even lighter. All right. I'm gonna go with it. It's like barely green. It's not, so it's not Silk Song. We're guessing what RPD has been doing. Yeah, I'm kind of with Blink. Like cold cheeseburgers? Cold hot dogs? He's closer to Germany than we are.
Why are you eating cold hot dogs?
Tube steaks, man.
That sounds terrible.
Don't tell me you never got into a fit of desperation in college.
I'd at least throw it in the microwave if I was going to do anything. I mean, heck, I'd boil it at that point in time.
Yeah, genuinely RPD. I don't have. I just wanted you to not Silk Song. I mean, to be fair, I have not been playing Silk Song either. I launched it, but I've Shadow Labyrinth, and I still haven't beaten Hollow Knight.
How much is Silk Song?
$20.
Okay, so they didn't like let their success with Hollow Knight go like too much to their head.
No, not at all. I mean, the price leaked at GameStop, and everybody's like, "No, you're high."
What, $20?
Yeah, and because it like they took it down immediately, and then Team Cherry cracks back with, "No, that was correct. It is $20." Team Cherry is 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously they're outsourcing a fair amount of whatever, but alright, so now the problem is I can see plenty of green. You have my attention wholly and completely, RPD. You know how much I love a good detective story. Thursday Murder Club TV or movie was awesome, by the way. It was so much fun. Big recommend. And the new book comes out at the end of the month. So I'm very excited for that as well. I suppose when you get a cast like David Tennant, Ben Kingsley, Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren all together, you kind of can't mess that up in a simple story like that. You don't need special effects. You don't need, you know, Steven Spielberg. You just need the actors to do their jobs. Indiana Jones DLC dropped yesterday too.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't touched that yet either. Of course, it means I had to uncheck Indiana Jones and the Great Circle off my video game shame list. Post hiatus, we will be bringing that back. Post haste. Even if Shadow Labyrinth is not done. Or yeah, because it won't be. Shadow Labyrinth is, like, genuinely a lot of fun, though. It's not, it's not the best game ever. But it's not trying to be. It's just trying to be an interesting take on Pac-Man. And it is definitely that. And I finally got to play Pac-Man in it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Blink absolutely will be streaming the DLC for Indy. Yes, this, post-hiatus, that is priority numero uno.
That's coming up soon too, isn't it?
Yeah, any day now. Literally any day. Put it this way, my wife is hella uncomfortable right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously I will tell you as soon as I know anything, but for all we know, this could be our last painting stream for a little while.
It could happen right now.
Yes, it could. As I check my phone.
Just in case.
Oh, crying out loud. Not light enough. Wait, is it light enough? Yes. It actually is. Oh my god. Yeah, my wife pre-ordered the new Thursday Murder Club book for me at the bookstore today. Very excited to probably, listen to that on audiobook while holding a small child.
Mm-hmm.
Because that just seems like the way. It's actually how I listened to how I read all the others as well, so. Content-wise, they're very hard to describe since they're very heady and at times a bit on the art house incomprehensible side, though that's more the case for 25th Ward. They're really cool and have a lot of visual flair. Nice.
I've been doing actually a moderate amount of painting off stream.
Oh yeah, you did something pretty cool over there on your workbench.
I did.
That's somehow gone unmentioned for 43 minutes.
So yeah, I was practicing with my airbrush and ended up working on the Phoenix sculpture, or maybe.
God, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, airbrush for most of the flames.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. I think I did it backwards.
Oh sure.
I ended up using like the darker red on the tops and kind of the edges, and then started and did orange, and then yellow. I think I should have done a much brighter, stronger yellow in the center and slowly worked out.
Yeah, so the technique is basically reverse of what I do with lava.
Mm-hmm.
So what you did is the lava technique, like straight up. The technique for fire is actually the reverse of that. You're right. It's the bright to darks.
Then I ended up having to still even touch up with a brush, like kind of some of the yellows, because the yellow didn't show up as well through the airbrush.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want that one. I want this one. Do I? No.
All right. It looks like her shirt is really, really, really dark green, but I can't quite tell. Yeah, it is. And her headband is black. Okay, that's what I thought. And her skirt is always depicted as purple, except it is purple, but In the digital recolors, it's almost a blue, which is really aggravatingly annoying. But since I did send the Bonzi buddy out to get me some very specific shades of purple, exclusively for this mini, I'm gonna make it purple, as it was intended. But first things first. Okay, she is wearing a turtleneck. Okay, cool. Dark green turtleneck. How about jungle shadow green? First color on this mini that I don't have to lighten.
Yeah.
It's decided to lighten itself. A smaller brush here. Big honker is making me feel like I'm going to make some mistakes. That small. What's the next size up? Oh, wait. I guess that is right. Oh, right. Because the brush in between those is buggered. Japanese only flip phones in 2005.
What?
Very specific. RPD's talking about his game. Apparently, it's a remake of something that was a digital only release for Japanese flip phones in 2005. Very specific. Remixed or not remixed? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay.
Where's my? There it is. Ivory, not my cat.
My daughter won't let me get an orange cat and name it Samus.
Why?
Because she wants a cat to name Atticus.
Nice.
Oh, we were definitely driving my wife crazy this morning. Kara and I were doing laps around Katie.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if it hadn't been for the fact that it was instigated by a 3-year-old, like, a 37-year-old man should not be doing laps around his pregnant wife.
Why not? Oh, not again.
It smells like gummy. Weirdly. What's that soup? Uh-oh. Damn with this? Oh, no, just on the floor. Stupid brush caps are always falling on the floor. Oh no, you've got another dropper bottle top stuck in the lid.
So, last weekend, I was down in South Carolina visiting my best friend.
Yep.
And I got to try out some new games.
Okay.
Or at least new to me for the most part.
Sure.
One of which was the Dune Imperium game.
Oh.
Like they like remade it recently.
Yeah.
And so now it has all like the movie pictures and stuff, but
Strange, but fine.
Yeah. And it was very fun. I've heard like a lot of good things about at least the original.
Yeah.
That it's still really popular and lots of people play it. But getting to play it was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Nice. I have not. Well, no, I shouldn't say I haven't played a board game because I have. My students have come in to play a couple. We got Compile 2. Courtesy. Shout out Luma Games. Danny at Luma Games hooked us up with a couple of copies for the school, which is following suit with what Greater Than Games did to support us.
Yeah.
When they owned the property, so.
Then on top of that, my friend had also just recently gotten like a starter set and the core box or like the core book for Pendragon, which is a role-playing game, as the name implies, based around Arthurian legend.
Nice.
So you like make your knight, and you go through and joust and fight Saxons and all that good stuff.
Love that. That's great.
And it was a lot of fun. Really interesting mechanics for character creation because of just how the historical nature. You had to like create your family history.
Oh, weird. And
so it's like you inherit glory. Glory is like your experience from your parents and stuff. And you can potentially inherit titles and others, like various things from your parents. And so like your character creation actually starts by rolling up stats for like rolling up stuff for your parents.
That's wild. I love it.
But the whole thing is also designed to like they have a campaign mode that's like generational. So
wild.
You can actually so you inherit some glory. It's like a quarter of whatever your parents' glory like you get as well.
Okay.
Or like you start with. So if you're doing the like sort of generational campaign, when your character's getting old, like you start playing with your children, and so whatever you had gotten to like resets back down for them.
That's great.
And if you had earned, like I said, titles or various other things like that, they could potentially get it as well, especially like if you were the firstborn heir or things like that. And yeah, it's really neat. And it does a lot of focus based on role playing. Like combat's still important, but like your codes of chivalry and stuff, it has a system sort of built in for lack of better terms, actually like dictating what your character roleplay does.
Oh, cool.
So everything is based off of, well, not everything. You have like your 5 main stats, which is basically the normal 6, except they don't have an intelligence stat. And then you have a series of traits, which are your sort of codes of chivalry. And so you have like modesty and and they're always paired off. So you like one is like energetic and the opposite side would be lazy.
Okay.
And there are like 16, I think, different of these, and they total to 20.
Cool.
So if you're a 13 in energetic, you're a 7 in lazy, and whenever you try and role play or do anything, if it's applicable, the DM would be like, oh, you're trying to avoid being seduced by like the maiden or whatnot, so I need you to roll a chaste roll.
Nice.
So it's not just like your character, like you as a player necessarily dictate or react to everything, and it's like built into the mechanics, so you can't have like your players that tried to do it's what my character would do nonsense,
right?
To just kind of do something silly or zany. The DM could essentially do things to kind of keep you in line with the sort of character you built.
That's cool.
And not to say you can't.
No, of course.
Like if you want to act in a way for like a situation arises and you try and act out of like almost out of character, because I mean it sometimes happens. You obviously will like people do act out of character at times, but you have to make a roll for it, and if you don't succeed at that said roll, in this case, like I said, it's a d20, and because the stats equal up to 20, if you had your 13, you have to roll below that number to succeed. So the higher you get, or the closer you get it to 20, the more like paragon of that sort of virtue you are. So you can always try to sort of do an out of character type thing, but
It's not going to go very well for you.
potentially, yeah, it's going to be a lot harder for you to do depending on how everything goes.
Right. That's neat. I like that.
Yeah. And then you have like skills that will add to your role. So if you're trying to do specific tasks versus things, and there's also methods of trying to like get honor and glory, and you have sort of passions that you can invoke. So like your fealty to your liege or whatever, if you think that it would give you some sort of bonus, potentially you can invoke your passions to kind of get bonuses as you play through an encounter.
Right.
And it's very thematic if you like playing that sort of historical type thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a passive interest in that time period. I like growing up. So this is a weird story that I'm gonna tell. My mom wasn't a huge fan of me reading basically nothing but Star Wars novels when I was a kid. But the reason I did had very little to do with them being about Star Wars. It was they were challenging to me. As a fourth grader reading X-Wing Rogue Squadron, like that book is meant for adults. It's not, but like that's what I wanted, and it's a topic that my little fourth grade brain could get behind while also challenging me as a reader. So mom was always like, you need to read like other genres and other styles of writing. I'm like, I don't want to. These are boring. So she made me read like the Little House books and other things, and I did finally like acquiesce a little bit when she handed me King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. It wouldn't be to high school that I discovered that Connecticut Yankee, but whatever, fine. And so like I always was like, is this my time period? Like, is this the time period in historical fiction that I'm most interested in? And obviously the reality, at 37 is no, the 1920s is, but I didn't know that as a kid.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I've always had this like baseline knowledge and baseline interest in the medieval history stuff, medieval English history. But never quite to the extent of my fascination with the 1920s.
Yeah.
That's looking really awesome, by the way. All right, I need like the lightest skin tone I have. White knuckle flesh is actually too light, believe it or not. I think that's gonna be my highlight coat though. Go with halfling skin. That was strange. Paint bottle just made like a farting noise.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
They shouldn't do that. That ain't right.
Paint bottles X-Lax.
Alright, let's see. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Reasonable color.
Not that one.
I have once again found myself down a strange YouTube hole this week.
Okay.
Listening to interviews about the first album that Eiffel 65 dropped.
They dropped more than one?
Yeah, 4.
I did not realize that.
Oh my god.
Like I heard like the first one
was
was Blue, obviously,
fire.
but what?
Their self-titled record in the original Italian is fire. Which was actually their third record. Contact was fine. That was the second record. I listened to it a lot as a kid, but it wasn't quite as danceable as Europop was.
Mm-hmm.
Or like dance focused, I should say. Which I think sort of irritated the DJ
Mm-hmm.
member. But what's interesting is like you can find all kinds of. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, RPG. You can find all kinds of interviews of them talking about Blue because it was so influential.
Yeah.
Or pervasive, I guess, in one or the other. But you can't really. They don't really talk about much about the rest of that record.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm genuinely curious, like, what became of those other songs? What became of the song that they wrote about their PlayStation?
Yeah.
I think that was the first record I ever, like, sort of fell into line behind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a decent record. It was an enjoyable, like, their songs were enjoyable, but it was never really, like, people assumed because I was a nerd that was the kind of music I listened to.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I was a Green Day fan in the 90s. Late 90s, because that's all we remember, but 4th grade 98. 4th grade would have been 1998 for us, so we definitely had a couple of Green Day records to listen to. The Offspring had Americana out at that point. Nirvana, obviously Kurt had already died, and that was what I was listening to. Oh, Lou Bega.
You weren't listening to ska at that time?
No, I definitely was. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Of course, I didn't know what ska was at the time. The Aquabats. I've been listening to them since I was a kid. But I'll never. It was one day in 4th grade where one of my classmates, and she remembers this too, she took an informal poll. We were talking about like polling in maths.
Mm-hmm.
And so hers was which like pop band is better, Hanson or the Spice Girls? And like she tapped me on the shoulder. I had my headphones in on my Walkman. Yep, I was that kid. And she asked me the question. I was like, who? I genuinely have no idea who you are, who these people are. And she was very, very angry.
Mm-hmm. You messed up her poll.
I did. But it wasn't that. She was angry that I didn't know who they were. And like I tried, you know, I had a couple NSYNC CDs because I was trying to like understand what people were liking, but yes, correct, RPD. Spice Girls is the correct answer on that one. As much as fourth grade Zach would not have wanted to admit it. But like, I don't know. I was always like, whenever my dad and I were working on stuff around the house or whatever, like we were listening to Richard Marx and like Bryan Adams, and then ranging up into like folk stuff, like Jim Croce, or we'd listen to the Eagles, or we'd listen to, you know, obviously Joe Walsh, you know, Don Henley, you know, the members of the Eagles, Don Felder, Pink Floyd, you know, Rush. Like, that's the music I was raised on. And I, you know, am so grateful for my musical upbringing. I never had to find my own music. Or I was never far enough away, like I was never far away from my own music, I guess I should say. I just hope I can do that for my daughter. She loves to sing, she loves to dance. I still think she's going to be a drummer. She loves to bang on things. Oh no, that doesn't shock me at all, RPD. And I have nothing but the most respect for you about it. Like, after that one time that Adam and I ended up at the club by mistake.
By mistake.
Dude, it was definitely a mistake. There was no intent. You know Adam and me.
I know.
We would not have gone there on purpose. We had a good time. But it was weird. But I definitely gained a lot of respect for DJs that night. And sort of the mixing process.
Yeah.
Ow.
What's wrong?
No, just pulled a muscle in my shoulder earlier. Just tweaked on me. It's fine. It was one of those, like, meh ows.
Oh. You said it to say it.
Yep, said it to say it. Alright, what the hell color are her boots? Probably, they're brown. Okay. Oh, interesting. They are dark, dark, dark brown. Laser cut brown. Yeah, that skill kind of came about a lot later for me. RPD. Like I now in life, I respect anybody who can get up there with any kind of music, whatever. Get up there and perform. Like, do your thing. Good for you. I will support. I do have this little micro rant about. Well, it's fairly tailorable. I mean, who are the big starlets these days? Sabrina Carpenter and I don't know, whoever else.
I think she wants to be, but yeah.
Oh, she is up here.
Oh, is she?
She's got to deal with Duncan, man. I think she's doing fine. Actually, Espresso is a jam. That's a cool song. I won't go out of my way to listen to it, but I will certainly. I'm probably not going to hit skip if it comes up on like the radio. Or I'm not going to change the channel. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not that I listen to the radio much, but come on. So I have this rant that I do when I get up on stage with my guitar and do I have a comedy song that I perform by the band Throwing Toasters. It's called The Nursery Rhyme Lawyer, and my rant before it is like, so I'm a teacher during the day because I feel like rock stars should give back, and then that usually gets a laugh. So I say something like, "Oh, I guess that's funny," and I don't have a problem with people like Miley Cyrus or Sabrina Carpenter, but I do have a problem when second graders come and sing some of the lyrics to those songs. I think that's a little bit young for them to be exposed to that sort of stuff. Maybe wait till third grade. Just, dumb one-liners like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that might not be dark enough. After all that, I have to go to burnt toast brown.
Burnt toast?
Burnt toast! Your toast has been burnt, and no amount of scraping can remove the black part. Like equal parts Michael J. Caboose and Strong Bad. Yeah, that's about it from me too, RPD. I was always like it was always something my parents and I did together. Antique store hopping and stuff like that. But like once I started doing it with my roommate, that's much better. That's really when I got good at it. Oh, Mike, while I'm thinking about it, don't forget that, like, even if you paint something off stream, you have access to the ALD Facebook, so you can post pictures if you want to. I
do. I need to, yeah. I do forget that a lot. I don't post as anywhere near as often as I used to and should.
Yeah, I basically only post to ALD at this point. In fact, my phone, I don't even open regular Facebook anymore. I posted a picture of Kara with her modded controller, and I was taking flack from Katie's aunt because I didn't show her face. I'm like, look, I'll just text you the picture with her face in it. Like, I can do that. I'm not gonna post it publicly.
Yeah.
I don't need my kid being, my kid's likeness being used for AI. Also, this is a professional thing. I'm not gonna exploit my kid for professional gain.
Mm-hmm.
And I say taking flack. By that I mean, familial ribbing.
Yes.
Not actual heat or vitriol of any kind. Aunt Kathy is wonderful. She's extremely good at finding some of the esoteric materials that I use for terrain and stuff like that. So I finally moved DK Bonanza into the completed and relegated pile.
Okay.
Of my game library.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't see myself doing the end game stuff anytime soon. I've just got too many other things to play. I will, just in the same way that I'm poking my way through some of the end game content of Mario Odyssey. I will do that. That's why it's in the relegated pile, not the completed pile. But it's just, there's too many games coming out that I haven't played yet, or that I'm excited to play. There are too many games just in my backlog for me to worry about bashing my head against a wall. It almost feels like I'm wasting time, and I'm almost ready to step in that direction with Astrobot as well. The nice thing about Astrobot is I can just drop in, do a little bit of end game stuff, and call it in 20 minutes. So the other night I played a little Astrobot while I was heating my dinner, and that was nice. DK is a little more frustrating, I guess, than that.
Yeah. I actually just finished getting all of the bananas and discs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just 100%ed it.
Oh wow, that's impressive. But you have a little bit more free time than I do.
I do. And it was enjoyable. I was kicking myself over the last banana.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking everywhere for it and everywhere, and I was looking at the numbers, and because it's listed numerically kind of as you would progress, so you can kind of track vaguely in the area of where it should be.
Right. Yeah.
And I wasn't paying attention to the fact that it was the last one on the list, because it was the one I needed to buy.
Oh no!
So I spent forever before it hit me. It's wait, did I buy the one from this level? And I went and bought it from the vendor and got it. And I was like, God.
That's so annoying. Oh my
I
god.
was so frustrated.
Ugh, that just leaves a foul taste in one's mouth.
Mm-hmm. I also was a little frustrated. The sort of super challenge level that like they usually add at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. And they have sort of like super training for the different bonanzas as well.
Yes.
So you can go back to each of the elders and like go do a challenge mode for them. And in each of the challenge modes, they have like a secret, like find all 5 balloons in our challenge map, and we'll give you a disc with the music on it. Which is fun.
Yeah.
Not like a major thing, but the super like the super difficult final level has the 4 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew exactly where the 4th one was, but out of instinct, I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like it's a minecart part.
Yeah.
And so to progress, you have to just get to a certain spot, get in the barrel, and it launches you. And to get to the balloon, you have to jump over said barrel and then like loop back around the track to get to it. And so out of instinct, I was going through the thing and doing all the jumps and stuff, and then I get to the barrel and I just go in it and I see the balloon. I was like, no! And it progressed me through the level, and then I couldn't go back.
That's yeah.
So then I had to go back and do the level a second time to go get that balloon. Which was a lot easier the second time.
Of course. Alright, looks like brown is the prevailing color of books. That's a bummer. But I guess it's fine. One. That's 2. One thing. I guess we're going driftwood brown. Why is that all?
I like how well this method works for doing eyes, but they look so creepy in the interim.
I don't know what method you're using.
It's the one Adam kind of showed you. Just like put the white dot there first for the eyes, and then paint in the skin around it.
Oh yeah.
But as you have like your primed like black, and like I mean mine's kind of grayish, but like when you do the zenithal priming, obviously you get your weird shadows and stuff. But you have this like bright white eye, and then a bunch of black or darkened shadows, depending on how like recessed the eye is and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then you start filling in some of the skin color, and as you're trying to get it, it just looks really creepy, almost skeleton-like.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, Saft Malt. How are you this fine evening? I'm well. I'm well. We are well. We're out here painting. We're having fun. We always ask new people on the channel, who is your favorite Batman villain, and why is it the Riddler? Seven-hour Star Citizen session.
Oh, camera failed
gosh.
to load again.
Oh no. Oh. That's comparable to RPD over there. And Brody's having camera troubles. Yeah. Oh, bugger. Downfall of Rhino over here. Get out of my way. Ah! Witness my desktop.
There we go.
We're back.
What the heck?
Did it break it? Oh my god. Two-Face is so good. Love Two-Face. It's not blatantly obvious by the fact that I'm painting Gwen Stacy and talking about Batman characters. I'm a giant comic book boy. Rudy, this isn't Gear Up. You're not supposed to have camera troubles on Gear Up or on shows that aren't Gear Up. That's all right. That's all right.
It's wanting to load. Now it's not loading.
This is a very strange symbol that I've never seen before. I feel like Indiana Jones. This is a strange symbol I haven't seen before.
Try that now.
That would help. That'll do it.
No, don't. The thing, after it disconnected from my document camera, decided to try to connect to the phone camera.
Oh, what?
And I was like, the phone camera is just hooked up Wi-Fi.
That's very strange.
Yeah.
So respect to military vehicles. I mean, we have a history with vehicles just in general on this channel. RPD's been around long enough to have seen me play through the Grand Tour game. I want to say there was like a military vehicle segment on it. I'd have to go back and rewatch it though. It was certainly something of a war. Yeah, that is true. That was many moons ago. Many years ago. I remember that class. It was right before recess and lunch. What's happening with my hair? likely due to the fact that my headphones are holding my hair from falling in my face. How long have we been doing the painting? Well, this is episode 145. We've done 145 times 2 hours. We've we've definitely painted like off stream together as well. So, quite a long. And certainly, I've been painting since I was in 7th grade, but we've been doing the stream for a lot of years. We started just before the pandemic?
Yeah.
I think it was just before the pandemic we started painting together. Along with our friend Adam, who does occasionally paint with us still, just not as regularly anymore. How long was 7th?
Too long?
Yeah. So, yikes.
What, like 25 years?
That's got to be at least 25 years, yeah.
Yeah, I've only been painting since about 2012, so
yeah,
a little more than 10 years.
Yep, it's been a long time for me. Oh, you're fresh out of high school. Okay, fair enough. I am a primarily middle school teacher, like 7th, 8th grade teacher. Actually this morning giving consideration to returning to my high school in an observational capacity, as one of my close colleagues has recently started working there, and is certainly looking to the hour and 10-minute drive between here and there daily is I'm sure not pleasant for her. And as luck would have it, there's a beautiful little single family home going in across the road from my parents. So I'm hoping she can take advantage of that. It'd be pretty cool. Dogs be like that, yo. My parents have, I've had golden retrievers my whole life, and boy, if they want to go for a walk, you better be getting out and take them for a walk. 5:45 was like, that is my wake up time now, but my parents were also educators as well, so there was always someone up at 5:45 for my dogs to bother to take a walk. So it's interesting that you mentioned Star Citizen. So another letdown is it's more than just, obviously, we've got Broody here as well, but it was founded by myself and my two buddies. And one of the games that we first were going to stream was Star Citizen when it was a little bit more less of a joke, let's put it that way, less of a meme. We all got really excited about it. It's, we all have accounts that have lain dormant for years because the twins, my two partners here, put a ton of money into it, and we're just, this was over a decade ago, at least. And and as much as we want to play, we're all just in different places in life now. 2 of the 3 of us are married. Yeah, it definitely does. But my PC that I'm broadcasting from right now has seen 2 complete rebuilds since we dropped money on it, and I'm like if we weren't in a different, like if we were in the same position in life that we were when we bought it, this would be a great time to like it would be we would be playing the heck out of it. But we've all moved on, and it's kind of a bummer because it's exciting, it's cool, we love the product now, but it's just been such a long wait that we've had to move on, and it's a bummer. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm really glad you're enjoying it.
What is this?
Star Citizen?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I'll fill you in later. Okay. It's a long story. For me, it's a long story filled with sighs. But it is genuinely, I'm so excited that it's a thing, and people are playing it and loving it. I'm just not in that part of my life anymore. Trying to finish up color flats here. So if there is a show next week, if we're still on baby watch, I'll finish it up then. If not, you know what to do. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I mean, so that was kind of what I was hinting at right there too. As you're new to the channel, you would not know this. My wife is about to give birth to our second child, like any day now. So I too am in the let's game, let's paint, let's do the nerd stuff for as long as I possibly can, while I can, because very soon I will be holding a small baby. But as with everything in life, it comes back. After my first, that was the big learning. That was the big learning and growing moment, was learning that it comes back. I'm learning that my good buddies, Mike included, RPD included, will be here for me when I return.
And still for you when you're gone.
Oh, of course, yeah. All right, I think that's color flats all set on Gwen. I did not do her face and makeup and stuff because that's like the last thing I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to use ink on this. I think I'm just going to go the black lines like I've been doing for some of these older characters. I just think that they look a little nicer. She looks like, I don't know if this is coming through on the camera right now because everything's very, very light, but her eyes just look completely dead because they're just white, which is kind of fitting for her. I also there's a part of me, in fact, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Goblin Glider, suspend it over her, and draw out where the shadow is, and paint that shadow onto her base.
That would be neat.
Just because I think that's going to be really bonkers cool. Just do it with a darker gray. Okay. All right. So while she dries, I'm gonna bring Rhino back into the fold here, and oh, cock!
That's no good.
Nope, she just fell and broke.
No.
It's okay. I can fix it.
Just a little bit of glue.
Yep. No, I'm gonna use the liquid. That is why I tested it. Oh dear, it's way too much glue. Oh my god. Fine. Oh god, I'm like gluing my pants. Why is this happening? What is... Oh god, now I've glue... Oh my god, that's burning! Ow! 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 What the
What type of
hell
glue
is
that?
happening? This is super glue. Like, it's just... Oh. What the hell? That was wild. I've never seen that. That is the weirdest thing ever. Okay, well, what's done is done. Got glue all over every piece of my hands. Boy, that was... I'm throwing this bottle the hell out. It's just
A
leaking.
little bit of alcohol would get that off, but
No, I know. I've got 91% IPA right behind me. I'll put it on, but that was super weird.
man, IPAs are garbage.
Not... Okay, blink. And shut up. I quite like IPAs. I prefer not IPAs, but... Yep, you were absolutely right. The isopropyl alcohol took that right out. No problemo, Chiefo. Everything is fine. We're all fine here. Except for this bottle of glue, which is going in the trash. It's just leaking everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. It's old. Not surprising. Anyway, back to what we were doing.
The real world.
Back to the realm of the living here. I will put her in a place where she's not going to fall off the table. And we'll try again. I was going to do a little bit of dry brushing and the base ring on... Oh, I've got to... Oh, shoot.
Gotta fix that drawer.
Well, I still got to fix this drawer, yeah. Speaking of painting the skin around eyes, I forgot to do that on the Rhino. Much better. Yes, much better. fixed it. Now, dry brushing.
I'm using our blue jean technique.
Ah, my fave. That's the white. That's we haven't talked about that in a while. So it is a white base coat with Drakenhof Nightshade.
Actually, I used a light gray, but yeah.
Yeah, that's something we talk about all the time. Is how when we say white, 9 times out of 10, we usually mean dark gray or light gray.
Like in mine in particular, I was using stone golem.
Yeah.
So yeah, then the Drakenhof Nightshade over top of it. Makes awesome looking jeans.
Really does. I believe we discovered that when we were doing characters like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Just notoriously blue jeans. I'm just hitting this model with a little bit of Terminata Stone. It's one of the Games Workshop dry paints. Just makes it look a little bit more dusty. And just kind of picks out the dirt that I adhered to this base because I was bored with it. The other nice thing about dry brushing, especially with these grays, is it does kind of tie some of the different shades together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did a lot of dry brushing when I was younger on the dwarfs and stuff, but it like and now I'm like I don't like the way that looks. But there are definitely certain times where it's just the right decision.
Yeah, I think it depends a lot on the overall color of the model.
Yeah.
Like if it's super predominantly like one color, it pops up a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it does get a little bit more difficult with like different shades of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think dry brushing tends to give it a more wear and tear type look.
Yes, correct, exactly. So a friend of mine posted today that they did a 5K, which is the same distance that I ran when I was doing competitive running in high school. And every time my friends post, "Oh, hey, I did a run of X distance," I'm like, part of me wants to know, like, part of me wants to sign up for one and just do it, just to see how much I've lost, time-wise. But there's another part of me that knows in the back of my mind that my pace and cadence from high school is so beaten into my head that I would hurt myself trying.
Yeah. I've done a couple of 5Ks, and they're definitely not that. I mean, they're pretty doable for like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe not if you're trying to beat the. I don't know, like what if it's like a 5 minute or something for like a our-aged guy or something like that is like the sort of competitive scene. But if you're doing it to do it, it's really not that.
Oh
big
yeah.
a deal.
To just do it, it would be fine. It's the question is like, so much training, right, for cross country and track,
Oh yeah.
and to try and nail that, like you said, 5 minute mile pace or whatever, that I'll just say sub 20 because I don't remember exactly what my time was, but it was definitely sub 20 a minute 5K. Yeah, I see people posting, oh yeah, I did a 5K in like half an hour or 40 minutes or whatever. I'm like, that seems really like it's hard not to be jaded.
Yeah.
Like, I spent 4 years of my life running 5Ks faster than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And anytime I try to compliment someone for doing it, it just sounds backhanded.
Mm-hmm.
And I always feel super bad about that. All right, I think Rhino's done and going in the case here. And Gwen, the color flats are done. It's going to come down to letting her dry a bit before we tackle the next bit. So let's get glamour shot of the Rhino. Put some stuff away here first. So I did that little pop of purple on his like pectoral area. And I really do like, I like the way it looks. I don't know how well it's shown up on camera, but it just makes me a little bit more pleased with it. The Rhino eyes look great. His eyes look awesome. His face looks great. I'm really happy with the tones there. I love what I did with the base, adding just a little bit of, well, first of all, adding the striping from the road that he's ripped up, but adding the dirt flying all over the place too. It just makes it so much more kinetic, in my opinion. Get the phone out here for a photo. Okay, cool. And I'm definitely not disappointed with Gwen. She's looking great. Exactly as I imagined her. Obviously some highlighting to do, smoothing some stuff out. Actually, you know what I can do? Since I broke her foot, I should probably touch up that seam on her boot. That's better. In deference to not having outstanding work, I may try to finish her off stream. But we are at the 2-hour mark. It is midnight here where we are. So I think that's where we need to call it. Broody, how do you feel?
I feel the same.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, we'll be here when we're here. We are not going anywhere. We are just taking a break. When the baby comes. I should be back on Monday. Again, if something changes, just watch those socials. For those who watch on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that stuff that all the YouTubers are always telling you to do. And kind of sound like a broken record at this point. It's been a blast. Another good show. We'll talk to you real soon. Take care. Be safe. Be well. Farewell.
See ya.